The degrees to radians function is incredibly helpful, especially for doing things like animation. For example, I want to go ahead and open this door a specific amount, and I want to do it in degrees. I don't want to be thinking inside of radians. And inside of the verse device, we want to go ahead and set it up so the designer doesn't have to think in radians, but again, go ahead and work in degrees, which you can see here as a field that we've exposed to them. So let's take a look at how this is implemented inside of our code. If we come down here to line 22, you can see our degrees to radians function. Now, if we hover over this, you can see that this is coming from the UnrealEngine.com temporary spatial math. There's another place we can actually get this, and you can see up here on line 7, we can actually get this from the verse.org spatial math. Now, just so that you know, if we go ahead and implement both of these libraries, you'll see that we get an error down here. This is actually pretty easy to deal with, just in case you need both of them inside of your code. Simply go ahead and grab this section right here for your spatial math. We can copy this and we'll go ahead and paste it there. And now you can see the compiler understands that we're using this specific one. We can actually come in here and go ahead and grab this section as well right here. And we can go ahead and paste it there. And again, the compiler understands what's going on. Now, let's go ahead and comment this one back out and take a look at how this is actually being implemented to get the door to open. Let's begin by looking at line 15. Here we can see an editable called door angle degrees, and this is what the designer is going to be using to make the door open 90 degrees. Now, down here on line 18, we've also created a variable called door angle radians, and we're just going to use this one internally. So how do we actually use this? Well, underneath our onBegin, we're going to go ahead and set our door angle radians equal to our door angle degrees after it's been converted from a degrees to radians. So this way, the designer only has to think in degrees, which is super helpful for them. Now, down below, we're going to go ahead and use this inside of our function. So you can see this inside of line 27. We're actually using our door angle radians, and we're feeding this into the door animation function. So down here below, we can look at our door animation function, and you can see that this D angle, which is a float, is going to be used right here, applying a yaw to the actual door to open it up 90 degrees as per what the designer wants.